Welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, west of the Atlantic Ocean. We are really bringing it in from all directions. Speaking of bringing it in from all directions, you should see the Philadelphia Sports Complex tonight.
Holy smokes. Who knew? Who knew that this kind of crowd would show up on a rainy Thursday night for Delaware State, Norfolk State football? And I guess it's because it's Michael Vick coaching against Deshaun Jackson. But they're coaching. They're not playing. They're not throwing the ball to each other.
Maybe they will at halftime.
And, Russ, I'm a little disappointed in you.
Why?
Because you forgot to do something today.
I'm not wearing a jacket.
Well, not only that.
Oh, there's something more.
It's October 30th. What were you supposed to do today?
I don't know.
You were supposed to dress up like Andrew.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, I also threw out all of my quarter zips except for one that has a sports betting brand on it. So I can't be intern. That is my fault, I guess.
Yes.
Well, there's always Saturday and Sunday, but then it's November, and the Halloween of it all is ruined. Well, I've ruined a holiday.
Jumped the shark.
I have ruined a holiday.
Michael, the organist,
he's got his
cape on, but check out, they got the candelabra on the organ.
So he's like a vampire.
He's like a vampire.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a stud.
You can see it if you pull up Andrew's computer.
Yeah. Listen, I kind of ruined a holiday.
Pull up the shot so you can see the candelabra.
Oh, okay.
Show everybody.
Okay, I don't think it was really that exciting. And also, it looks like a potato cam over there. I don't know if it is for you. Yeah, it's potato cam over on intern's computer. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But there's a candelabra there. You can't really tell, but that's fine. All right. I ruined the show. I ruined Halloween. Sam Erson's groin may ruin his chance of actually being the number one starter for this team after 2 consecutive shutout wins. Sam Erson, not great.
Not shutout wins.
Well, sorry, shootout wins.
Shootout.
I forgot about, I switched a U for an O. I went somehow dyslexic in my own head. 2 shootout wins in a row. They went to Sam Erson in back-to-back games for the first time this year, and his groin said, nay, nay.
So apparently didn't get hurt during the game. It happened at practice the next day.
The grind.
They say, Taka keeps saying it's very minor. It's just a tweak. They've called up Kolosov on an emergency recall because of that. And, obviously you need to have 2 goalies. So the league allows for that. I think this may change the formula for the way the goalies are going to play this weekend, Russ. The assumption all along was that Vladar was they were going to alternate. It was going to be in the 4-game homestand. It was going to be Erson on Tuesday, Vladar tonight, Erson against Toronto on Saturday, and then Vladar would then start against his former team, against Calgary on Sunday. That kind of makes sense, right? I think that this injury, and they keep saying it's day-to-day, it's going to, I'm pretty confident, like 95% certain it's going to go through the weekend.
Okay.
All right? So I don't think you're going to see Sam Erson at all this weekend. But I think now, because of that, I don't think they want to expose Kolosov to Toronto. So I think you're going to see Vladar tonight against Nashville, and then on Saturday against Toronto, and he's going to miss out on playing against his former team. And you'll see Kolosov in net on Sunday against Calgary. That's how I'm pretty confident it's going to go, from what I've been told.
Sorry, I got distracted because I saw we could do this. Let's see. Woo! Happy Halloween! Ooh, spooky.
Only you.
Let's see, are any of these good?
Only you.
That one actually kind of works. The overlays are... it blocks out Press Row Show on the bottom. Are these things we could have looked at ahead of time? Yeah.
Well, we were late getting down here.
Who was late getting down here?
We all were.
We were here.
I mean, no, but we were late, later than we wanted to be. So we kind of just hopped on the show because of the traffic.
You know what? I might keep that skeleton down there the whole time. That's a good-looking skeleton behind the chat.
I like that.
You like that?
Cool. Yeah.
Here we have Trick or Treat.
Yeah, I like the skeleton.
Little pumpkin over here. I honestly like this one, except that it helped block out stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could keep it like that. I think that's okay. The comments will go over top of it. Let's rock and roll with that for a bit, shall we? Let's shout.
Okay, let's shout.
All right. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Happy Halloween, almost. Happy Mischief Night. Did they have Mischief Night back in the 40s when you were a kid?
First of all, Mischief Night back when I was a kid was insane. Insane, the stuff that used to happen. I grew up in West Philly, and it was like cars, homes, they were destroyed. eggs everywhere, soap. Like people would write stuff on everybody's cars in soap, toilet paper strewn across porches and in backyards. Like it was nuts. Like kids were out of control.
That's absurd.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So
I never participated in Mischief Night. You know what show did a really great job of explaining Mischief Night?
What's that?
Rocket Power. Remember Rocket Power? Otto and Reggie Rocket, Twister, Sam from the great state of Kansas, talking about the Shoobies. No? Great show.
No.
Nickelodeon. It's available on Paramount Plus.
I remember that. Anyway.
It is.
Other thing that happened today, Russ, there was a trade.
There was a huge trade.
I'm
massive
surprised
trade.
you weren't like fired up by this. You didn't come on here wanting to talk about the trade.
Well, so the Flyers make a deal. Sam Tumala, who's a guy who it just felt like this organization was ready to move on from a while. Now, he was a high draft pick. He is a guy that I think a lot of times fans have kind of looked at and said, given where he was taken, like, shouldn't he have at least had a cup of coffee with this team at some point over the last few years when it's been, some down years? He's just never really did enough to impress in Lehigh Valley to get that call up and to have a real shot at making the team. And now he's gone, and they bring in a Kai Rubin, not the one you might have wanted. But there's, to me, I look at it and I go, this is probably, for the most part, an AHL for AHL swap. They maybe believe that Kairu, as a right-handed defenseman, maybe they can get him some meaningful minutes with the Phantoms, and then if he plays well, maybe he enters this kind of mix, this thing for the, 6th spot, the 7th spot with the team. What do you know about the trade?
So, I mean, obviously, Kairu's a second-round pick as well, so it's a second-round pick for a second-round pick. Kairu's a year younger than Tuamala, so that's one thing. Secondly, the Flyers think that there's a little bit of something there with Kairu. They actually believe that there's an NHL player. Now, it's not anybody to get super excited about. I think that they believe it's ultimately a third pair right-hand guy that could play, 15 minutes a night in the NHL eventually. They think getting him ultimately with Reardon, who's very good at coaching defensive players, defensemen, that ultimately that will be a benefit. It's not going to be right away, but look, the Flyers are hoping they need somebody in this bottom pair rotation to kind of take a spot. I mean, obviously, a spot's going to be held for Rasmus Ristolainen for when he comes back, which I keep hearing is going to be right around Thanksgiving. But then the other spot is wide open. Is it Emil Andre? Is it Juleson? Juleson's a 7 in my mind. I don't think it's really him.
Yeah.
Is it Yinin? Is it Kairu now? Ethan Sampson they like, but he got hurt and he's kind of out of it for the Phantoms right now at this moment. So, they need another guy. And obviously Bonk is hurt too. So they need somebody else to kind of claim that spot, and no one's really jumped on it. So right now, that's they're going to give a chance here to Andre. He's going to be in the lineup tonight.
Good.
I think he's going to get a little bit of a look, but he's got to be better than he's been when every other time he's been up here. He had a good game. The one game he played when he was filling in for Canada, was he filling for York? Who was hurt? Who was out that one game?
It might have been York.
I think it was York. So he did fine in that game, and so that's why I think he's back again. But the last time he had an extended run, it didn't look good, right? So he needs to show a little bit more consistency in play in order to stick around. And the Flyers are hoping he can.
Let's play the positive game here. Kairu's coming from a very well-regarded organization with Dallas.
Yeah.
He is a right-handed defenseman.
Yeah.
They had effectively given up on young Samu. So this is like a lottery ticket.
Oh, it certainly is. I think it's a lottery ticket for both teams.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That actually is okay. In the grand scheme of things, right, if you can take an asset that you really weren't that invested in anymore, or you didn't have a lot of hope for anymore, and you can turn it into something that maybe becomes something else, well, then fine. Yeah. It's like the old Peter Griffin mentality. You can either have this AHL player that you don't really want, or you can have the mystery box.
He took the mystery box.
They took the mystery box. In this case, it was a good one. It wasn't like having a boat or the mystery box.
Right.
Now, hold on. Slow down, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. And you know how much we've always wanted one of those. It could be a right-handed defenseman.
Yes.
And we've always wanted one of those. Now, if he were about 6 inches taller, you'd probably be thrilled, and you also wouldn't have gotten him for the guy that you got him for. But you take the win where you can get it.
Yeah. No, you do. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't want to make too much of it. It basically is a swapping of similar assets who just play different positions.
I saw this over here from Eric Berkey saying, Russ positive, must be Halloween. Yeah, I actually dressed up as a Kool-Aid drinker tonight.
Is that what it is?
I did.
Okay.
Everything is hunky-dory.
You dancing to the music? What are you doing? What's happening?
I was just trying to I was like going for an awkward pause. It worked.
It was really weird.
It was an awkward pause.
Ryan, that put that comment back up.
What?
That one, yeah. Another hot take. By Christmas, Kolosov's the Flyers 1B. Ersson is hurt and won't play for the Flyers again.
Okay. Enough with the negativity tonight. It is almost Halloween. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
The concern is that it's the same thing happening over and over and over again.
And so here's a positive. I am going to actually, this is not a fake positive. I'm going to actually spin a positive out of this. Obviously, you hope the best for Sam Ersson. You want him to get back healthy. You want him to contribute this year. Because make no mistake about it. If Sam Ersson is healthy and he's your number 2 and Vladar plays really well and establishes himself as a number 1, guess what? You probably are going to have a real shot at making the playoffs, which I think this team's goal has been this entire time. If Ersson's out, and now you have to throw Kolosov into being the backup again, I think it's probably too early. I love the idea of Alexei Kolosov spending an entire year in the AHL, sheltering Bjarnason a little bit, but also developing his own game, adjusting to the North American game, and being here next year. And you want to rock and roll of Vladar and Kolosov pairing next year. I'm here for it. I'm game for it. What I don't want to see happen is Ersson continues to have these like groin tweaks or whatever. He's in and out. Kolosov is getting yanked back and forth again, just like last year. You don't really get to build any kind of consistency. And ultimately, it might hurt Kolosov's development, which in turn, cascading effect, puts Bjarnason into games that maybe you wouldn't want to have him in, right, that you'd want to shelter him from. I don't like the cascading effect. The good news, if you want to find good news, is if Ersson can't stay healthy, right? Like if you get through a second consecutive year of all these injuries, he's a restricted free agent at the end of the year. They just made that decision for you. That's it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
there still might be a team that looks at his performance on the whole and says, hey, you know what? We'll trade you a late round pick for his exclusive negotiating rights. Maybe. Positive.
Yeah, I don't know if they want Bjarnason to play all that much. Like, when I say all that much, I don't mean like, oh, they don't like him. I mean, I don't think that because in his first year in the AHL, they want him playing, 50 games. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
I think that they want him to kind of develop a little bit, a little bit more on a steady pace.
Correct.
So if in fact you have to rely on Kolosov to be the backup because of Ersson's injury, it is what it is. That's not necessarily the best thing for Carson.
Well,
Bjarnason.
let's actually talk about the man that some used to call sexy Alexei Kolosov. Some. Many people. When he won, they called him sexy Alexei. When he lost, they called him Alexei. In 5 games this year, he's got a 2.60 goals against average and a .918 save percentage.
Yeah, he's played well for the
it's not bad.
Phantoms.
He's 3-2-0 in his starts, and
well.
he has 1 shutout in the minors.
Yeah.
I'll take that, because if you remember back to last year, what was one of the things that people complained about with Alexei Kolosov? He didn't play a lot in Lehigh Valley, and when he did, he finished the season last year, 12 games played with the Phantoms, 3.11 goals against, .884 save percentage. So, if nothing else, yes, small sample size, the numbers have been better.
He's got the right attitude. That's the
Correct.
most important thing, right? Like I said this last year. We didn't talk about it this year, but this is really the truth. Like, he was misled by a number of people out of Russia to believe that the American Hockey League is a lesser league than the KHL, and that he if he wasn't playing in the NHL, that his next best option was the KHL. He had no desire to go to the American League. And I think after the experience that he had last year, combined with the fact that his hometown team in the KHL signed Zach Fucale, who's a goalie, to be their second goaltender there, and there was really no spot for him to go, I think he came to the realization that, well, I guess the best spot for me to be is in the American Hockey League.
Yep.
And when he's been down there, he's realized, oh, wow, like the talent level here is maybe better than the KHL is. And so, okay, all right. And now he's actually buying into it. So good on him for kind of growing up. It took a year. Flyers had a lot of frustration that they had to deal with it. And who knows where it goes, right? This could well just be like you said. Play well, and then we're going to send you somewhere else and make you somebody else's headache.
I'm going to go out here to Ogie. Ogie says, wasn't Russ the one in Carter Hart's last year that said he was all in on the Ayerson train? Yes. You know why? Because I'm a flawed human being. And I really do support the backups of this world, the backups in life. I supported Sam Ayerson. And in fairness, Sam Ayerson as a backup goalie put up nice numbers behind Carter Hart.
Yep.
And then it very quickly became apparent he couldn't handle being the number one guy.
Russ was a Sam Ayerson supporter.
Russ was a supporter of Ivan Fedotov before he had to go to his
Iron Giant
year of military service. Russ is a big fan of Dan Vladar. Russ also supported WCW instead of the WWF. That didn't work out very well. Russ supports AEW, which has declining viewership over WWF. I'm not good at this, okay? I've never been good at just supporting the top. In fairness, who was the favorite going into the World Series? The Blue Jays. Who have I been supporting? The Blue Jays. Who said that the Dodgers would win in 5 games? This guy. Sometimes we're right. Sometimes we're wrong. I'll admit to you, I might have been wrong about Sam Ayerson. However, I know I'm right about Darth Vladar. Shirts available at shop.snowthegoalie.com.
Yeah,
somebody said they missed the spunky intern. Intern, get on here real quick.
He was good the other day without you.
I check in, okay? I didn't watch the entire episode while I was up in New York for work, but the intern does an admirable job.
He was great.
In my stead.
Thank you.
A wonderful human being.
I tried my best.
There are media companies out there who should be looking at the job this young man does.
There are. There should be. You're right.
There should be more.
There should be.
He is a true treasure to the show, and we appreciate and love him.
Somebody send this to Portnoy.
You keep wanting to go to to Barstool.
Yes.
I don't think you're incendiary enough.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Incendiary?
Like lit on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You want me to start a fire?
not here, not on this show.
I
There are
could.
enough fires to put out in general. Don't need a rogue intern.
Yeah. You don't have the personality for Barstool. That's not a knock on your broadcasting
Wholeheartedly
ability.
disagree.
It's not your broadcasting ability. Your broadcasting ability is fine. Your broadcasting ability is good.
I think we should let intern go rogue. We should help him build his own social channels and see what his barstoolification of the intern looks like.
The intern media network.
I'd be down for that.
Maybe I should bring him back on the Russ Joy show. I should just let him spread his wings.
What you need to do? That's what you need to do.
And fly.
Just give him his own show on the Joy Media Network.
I don't need to get sued.
Right?
I will worry.
There you
about,
go. The
I
intern
will
Andrew
worry
show.
about setting him rogue, and then I get a lawsuit, and I go, well, that wasn't worth it. You know?
What would I do that would get you sued out of
There are a
curiosity?
lot of things I could just see. You know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, intern, we'll be back to you a little bit later on. Of course, intern has the stat of the night in the first intermission and trivia time in the second intermission, and
also his pick.
And also his pick.
Because I think he's 1 point behind me right now.
I need to update the line from the other night.
Yeah.
I think Bundy might have actually jumped me or tied me after the Penguins game.
But we were all you were the only person who did not get a point the other night.
That is correct. Yeah. Yep. Well, I didn't believe in Sam Ayerson, and he got the job done.
Yeah.
And then his groin did him in. All right. Let's look for some other things tonight. Shall we? Let's shall.
Okay.
Last night when we were at Chickies and Pete's, where you can find us every Wednesday as part of our radio show, Snow the Goalie Radio. Next week we're in Glassboro. Write it down, folks.
Chickies and Pete's of Glassboro next
Wednesday. If you
Wednesday,
are in New Jersey, anywhere in the state, North Jersey, South Jersey, the fictional Central Jersey. I don't even know where Glassboro is. I don't actually.
The last time you were near Glassboro, was my wedding.
Where is Glassboro?
Right down 322.
Commodore
Barry Bridge.
That's South Jersey.
Yeah, it's like you're going to a Union game, but going to the Jersey side.
So to me, New Jersey is like there's Voorhees.
That's north.
There's
not North Jersey, but north of.
So there's Voorhees. There's Ocean City.
That's the beach.
There's Cape May.
Yeah.
And then there's Jersey City and Secaucus.
Yeah.
And then there's just like a gap. Like the coders of the video game that created New Jersey, they just forgot about the whole middle part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You forgot Trenton? Trenton doesn't count?
Trenton will count when we're there in a few weeks for Snow the Goalie Radio on a Wednesday to Chickies and Pete's.
Yes. Board in town.
Oh, and there's Newark. There's an airport there.
Yes, there is.
That could be a fun game. Trivia time, New Jersey trivia time.
Yeah.
Watch as I flounder. Flounder can be found in the ocean. You know what else can be found
Look
in the
at
ocean?
Dean Hardscrabble is like excited because he says we're going to his university.
Well, heck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
So Glassboro, we'll be there.
We'll be there next week.
All right. Let's talk about a guy that we did mention last night on the radio show, and that, of course, is Trevor Zegras, who has had a really, really strong start to the season. And I hate to be the one who always, kind of says we have to preach a little bit of patience here. You have to look at the sample size. You don't want to, totally fundamentally change the expectations. But Zegras looks every bit like the playmaker the Flyers were hoping they were going to get. Looks every bit like the player the Flyers had coveted for a few years before they were finally able to get this deal done. He's looked really good. How do you think they're looking at Trevor Zegras, who's an RFA coming up?
He's been good offensively. I mean, he's definitely a playmaker. He makes a lot of things happen. He's got great vision in the offensive zone. He looks really good. They really kind of abandoned him being a pure center quick. He's still doing some center things. But it's more of a hybrid role. So he's certainly not taking the faceoffs. Dvorak's taking the faceoffs, right? But it depends on when they're getting back, who the first guy back is. They're taking the center responsibility. The other guy takes the wing responsibility. So he's doing some center things, but not all center things. And I still think that there are times where he flies the zone a little bit too quickly. I think he calls for pucks at times, maybe that aren't the best time to want the puck. But
lift up your computer really quick. Show the people Mike. No. Show the people Mike. Look at him back there.
Move your microphone.
Look at him. He's like the Phantom of the Opera.
Yes,
Mike. We love Mike. What a great guy. Look at him. He's just jamming out. They got the TV camera over there, the in-arena camera.
Yeah.
Bonafide stud, that guy.
Yeah.
He's actually part of the Snow the Goalie extended universe.
He is Snow the Goalie family. Yeah, Mike.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, Mike the organizer.
I just wanted people to see, and I will tell you that if you're ever down here for a game, if you have kids, right, Mike is the nicest guy, right? Takes pictures with people.
It's awesome.
The amount of people who come up to take a picture with Mike the organist almost rivals the amount of people who come up to talk to Bundy.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty close. The only thing that drives me crazy is when people ask them to play songs for them.
Oh, the drunk people go, "Hey, play Happy Birthday for me." It was my birthday.
Free bird
2 months ago. I had a happy birthday. Anyway, so Zegras, you were saying.
No, I mean,
Question: is there anything that they can do? What was that? What are you mouthing?
Zegras, you were saying, and I started to speak, and then you said, "Question."
Yeah. Is there anything they can do? And I'm sure they're working on it, but is there anything that they can do to help Zegras with face-offs? Because remember, in the offseason,
he's not been terrible when he's taken them.
Yeah,
but he's just not. I think that it's a situation where his numbers would be worse if he was taking them regularly. So, yeah, you work on it in practice. I mean, there are certain things that you can do. There are certain tricks to the trade. Obviously, Couturier is one of the best face-off guys in the league.
Yeah.
Right? So and it always has been. So, he could pick up some tips and tricks from him. But it's a lot about, positioning your body, the strength of your body, the strength of your hands and wrists, and, timing it properly, knowing when the linesman's going to drop the puck. Like a lot of things that kind of go into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an important element of the game, but not that important. It's important enough because it leads to possession.
Yeah.
But it's, you're not going to just constantly look at face-off numbers and go, oh, well, the team's losing because they don't win enough face-offs. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Sorry, I got distracted. Another guy that we should talk about.
Yeah?
You want to guess who it's going to be?
I don't know. We got 3 minutes left, and we got to make picks.
No, we don't. We have 12 minutes left.
Oh, that's right.
Look up at the board.
Yeah.
Look at the board.
Yeah.
No, look at it.
I see it.
Do you?
It's over there.
Do you?
I can see it over there.
You see it?
Yeah.
All right. What player am I going to ask you about?
I have no idea.
Seriously?
I never know where your mind goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the savior in net, Dan Vladar. It has been a week since he played. Tocchet made the calculated decision to give Ersson back-to-back games. Obviously, that did not necessarily go according to plan, at least physically. The games, they did win both shootouts. But Vladar hasn't played in net in a week. Now, he was riding some really strong momentum. He was playing like a bona fide number one in this league. What do you expect out of Vladar tonight? And do you expect there to be any kind of rust?
I don't think you're going to look at a lot of rust. Just because he hasn't played in a week, he really only went one game longer you would have expected, right? Just one extra game. So in that sense, it's like, okay, well, he hasn't played in 2 days longer than I thought it would have been. So I don't think it's huge rust. You miss one game, and he didn't even miss it. It was purposely done that way. Nashville's an interesting team. They've got some talent on the team, but I think you don't worry about the opposition. You worry about the way your team's playing. As long as the Flyers keep doing what they've been doing defensively in their own end, then I think that they'll be fine. And I think Dan Vladar will continue to do what he's been doing. He's only given up 2 goals every game he's played. Now, it's not to say that that streak's going to definitely continue tonight. I think it will, but it's also Dan Vladar, right? Like let's remember, we always say in baseball, you look at the back of the baseball card, right? Well, look at the back of the hockey card, and Dan Vladar's outperforming what he's done in his career, and that's great. That's great for the Flyers. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay that way, but it could. It could, and I think it will, at least for one more game tonight.
Okay. I think Dan Vladar is going to have himself a nice little start tonight. He might have a little bit of rust initially, but I think they're going to play well in front of the big guy. That's what I think.
It's nice.
Now, I just saw it. They had on the board up here that November 8th is going to be Star Wars night down here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, which is a great time for people to buy their Darth Vladar shirts because
you should be promoting it every day, every time we're on here. Get the picture up on the screen.
I'm just telling you right now
because it's pretty darn cool. It's the best design we've ever had for a shirt. And that's even better than the Bundy Butte shirt, which is my all-time favorite.
The Bundy Butte shirt is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but this one is even better, and it's better because it's a drawing. It's not. The Bundy Butte shirt is an actual photograph.
That is true,
and it's funny.
Look at this photograph.
But the Darth Vladar shirt. Look at that. Right? You got to zoom in a little. Can you zoom in on it all?
No.
But if you can't really tell, that's so half the mask is the Darth Vader, and the other half's the goalie mask. He's got the black cape, and then the goalie stick. Half of it is the stick, and the top end, the shaft of the stick, is a lightsaber.
Little homage to Darth Maul on that one.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite Darths?
Yeah.
Let's make the Mount Rushmore of Darths here on Snow the Goalie.
Yeah.
How many Darths can you name? You a big Star Wars guy? Intern strikes me as a big Darth.
I was a big original Star Wars guy.
Okay.
The expanded universe in the past decade or so, I'm not as up. I know who Darth Maul is, of course.
Intern, do you know
Dooku?
any Darths?
There's Darth Sidious. There's Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Did you look this up?
No. Come over to my screen. I love Star Wars. You were right.
Darth Sidious. That's right, Darth Sidious. I didn't know about Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah.
That one I never heard
of.
He's
not actually in any of the movies, but when Palpatine is trying to sway Anakin to the dark side, he tells him the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, who taught the Emperor how to prevent people from dying. And he was worried that Padme was going to die, so that's how they converted him to the dark side. There you go. You learned something.
Russ, you asked, Russell.
Other than that, Darth Vader, Darth Maul. I don't know that I can name any others. Darth
Snow. All right.
Darth Dartherson. I don't know.
Darth Snow.
Yeah.
Great goalie.
Wayne and Darth.
Show's gone.
Yeah.
Show's gone.
Can we do picks now?
I guess. It's 7 minutes and 40 seconds until the game starts. Wait, do you have a long diatribe you want to go off with your go ahead?
No, I don't. But sometimes I feel like when we don't know where to go with the show,
it's couples counseling,
right?
Sometimes
that if we go to something that we know that we have to do, that something else is born out of that allows us to go for another riff for another couple minutes.
Okay.
Right? So there's a little behind the scenes thought process of how this works, right?
Yep.
So I figure, all right, let's go to picks and see where we're at the end of picks.
Okay.
And if we have to do something else to discuss, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Boosh cut his hair.
He did?
Look at his haircut. Really tight.
Whoa.
Right?
Boosh looking good.
Boosh with a real tight cut right
now. Okay, Boosh.
Let's talk about it for 5 minutes.
Anyway.
All right, Anthony, go ahead. Nashville Predators come into tonight's game.
No, I don't even have like great analysis. I just think the Flyers are playing really well here at home. I think they identify the fact that this is an opportunity for them to accumulate points and stockpile them, because the road's going to get tough soon. Once they
actually go out on the road.
Well, so here's an interesting thing. I don't know if you heard this part when Bill Meltzer was on, but as of November 12th, the Flyers will have played 11 of their 41 home games. And that's 1 month into the season. They'll have played 11 home games. That's crazy, right? To think that there would only be 30 from that point forward. So the schedule is going to get hard for them at some point. And so it's really important to kind of stockpile your points now, because as we've said many times in the past, Russ, it's always better to be ahead and then go on a losing streak because you don't fall as far as it is to lose a lot early and try and climb your way out of the basement. It's easier to stay near the top of the standings than it is to go from the bottom and climb up to the top. Right?
Sometimes a comment totally distracts me. Somebody said in the comments that Bobby Brink looked like Lennon in the TV interview he was just doing with the beanie on top. And I was like, did this guy misspell like John Lennon? Because I don't think he looks like him. I think he meant like Lennon.
Like Lenin, the Russian...
Yeah. The revolutionary. I don't think he looked like Lennon. Does that look like Lennon to you, intern?
Bobbygrad.
Poppycock.
No, Bobbygrad.
Oh, Bobbygrad?
Like Leningrad.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, back to my pick. I'm confident in the Flyers tonight. I think that they play a good game against the Preds. I think they win the game 4-2.
Speaking of Bobby Brink, he, Noah Cates, and Tyson Forster will be the starting line on the ice tonight. Already announced by the team a minute ago.
Well, that's good. They should be.
Brink, Cates, and Forster, Sanheim, York, in front of Vladar.
They're their best line right now, so they should be out there.
Okay. Intern Andrew, let's bring you on.
I'll take the Flyers 4-2 as well.
Is this the third straight game we've picked the same score?
Did you pick 4-2?
Yes.
Maybe.
I think this is the third straight game you and I...
In fairness, I did text it before you did.
He did,
so
that is true.
I wasn't just copying you.
Okay. I'm just saying, it's third straight game. I think we have the same score.
Well, when Russ wasn't here, the crazy thing was me, you, Bundy, and Meltzer all had the same exact score.
Yeah.
What is on Gritty's head? What is that?
It's hard to tell what he is.
Is he Trump? It is like a very blonde wig.
What is he dressed as? Andrew, can you tell?
I wasn't paying super close attention. They were doing some kind of video where they were playing dodgeball.
Oh! Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I don't know what that... He's not Patches O'Houlihan. So there's somebody out here in a Predators jersey. There's circle... All right. Yeah. I don't know what he's supposed to be. He's not...
He's the guy from Dodgeball, according to somebody. Yeah.
No, but that's not...
Ben Stiller's character.
That's not what... Ben Stiller didn't have blonde hair.
I've never seen the movie, so I can't...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
You've never seen the movie?
You've never seen Dodgeball?
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I know that.
He's never seen the movie Dodgeball. Get in here.
Yeah.
That's a violation. I'm not going to say that's as bad as him not knowing about Peter
Where's your
Forsberg,
Halloween outfit?
But man, oh man.
Russ screwed up the Halloween thing. Russ was supposed to dress as intern Andrew.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
He's never seen Dodgeball.
A true underdog story? Yeah.
I'm more disappointed in this than the Forsberg thing. How have you never seen Dodgeball?
I don't know.
Adam asked if he's Steve the Pirate.
You know what? He actually, of all the things that Gritty was dressed as,
that could be Steve the Pirate.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good call, Adam.
All right. Bundy, what's your pick for tonight?
I'm going to keep riding the hot hand. I do think this is a trap game. I really feel this could be a nasty little trap game for the Flyers. But that being said, I'm going 3-2 Philadelphia in regulation.
I am bullish on the Fly Guys tonight. And even though I'm a little bit worried there could be that weak layoff rust for Dan Vladar, I think he'll get into the flow of things. I think the Flyers have a nice little breakout. I think the Flyers are also angry with the situation in the parking lot tonight with all those people going to a football game. And they're saying to themselves, you know what? We're taking the sports complex over tonight. 5-2, Fly Guys. Definitive. 4-2 most of the game, or like most of the third period. Empty netter, 5-2.
All right.
So we all have Nashville scoring 2 goals.
Well, I mean, Vladar is not allowed more than 2 goals in a game, so it's hard to predict that he would allow more than 2 goals, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's why we're all there.
Okay.
Fair?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Bundy, what were your keys to the game tonight? Did you have those over on the radio
I
today?
had. You want them here too?
Well, I'm just,
Of course. We got a minute before we got to stop, so.
Ant was convinced we'd have another topic to riff on for 4 minutes.
I'm just looking for it here. Hold on, I got it. Keys to the game tonight against Nashville. Number one key tonight was the start of this hockey game. It's important to have a good start at home where the Flyers have been 5-1 thus far.
The first 5 minutes.
So far, the Flyers have allowed 5 opposing goals in the first period through 9 games. On the flip side, Philly has only scored 6 themselves. They had 2 overtime wins in their last 2 games, but they gave up the leads in both those games. I'd like to see them do a better job having a better start at home. Number 2, Trevor Zegras. Zegras will try to make it 7 in a row for a point streak on Thursday. To date, he's posted 9 points overall. He's also shown a bit of feisty side to his game and a willingness to stand up for his teammates, which people love. He's the first Flyers player with a 6-game home point streak to start a season since Claude Giroux and Wayne Simmons in 2016-17.
I got to find a new stat now. Thank you.
Don't ask me for my stat of the game, right? My keys to the game. And the third key tonight is special teams. The Flyers won both ends against Pittsburgh the other night, getting the win in regulation. Flyers' penalty kill has been 88.6% so far, ranked 6th in the league. The power play 17.2%, ranked 24th. It has been sporadic, but it seems to be coming around a little bit over the last week and a half. Nashville's power play struggled at 11.8%, but scored last game. The penalty kill, however, ranks 3rd so far at 90% success rate for the Predators. So something's got to give. Nashville is also the oldest team in the league. Flyers need to get all over these guys tonight.
Yeah. Matthew is asking for an anytime goal score tonight. I'll give you Tyson Forster. Tyson Forster for your anytime goal tonight.
Interesting. All right, we will be back for first intermission, second intermission, and postgame here on the Press Row Show. Talk to each and every one of you very, very soon. Welcome into the Press Row Show. First intermission show. They're calling it the Halloween Spooktacular down here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Who knew the scariest thing you'd see tonight is shot generation from the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers have so few shots on net, Jason Pierre-Paul could actually count them on that hand.
Oh, that's really nice. Really nice. Guy gets into a firecracker accident on the 4th of July, and you got to go there,
Terry,
right?
what are you doing? No, Terry.
You could have gone Mordecai Three-Finger Brown, but no, you went Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
That's just, wow. Trying to entertain children, and he loses his finger.
What I'm actually doing is a public service announcement for fireworks safety, Bundy. There are real consequences. You can be a multimillionaire athlete and make a very poor call. And that's why we are preaching to everyone who's going to participate in Mischief Night and or Halloween. You have your fireworks ready. Make sure you practice safe fireworks.
Who shoots off fireworks at Halloween?
Great people. Some of the best people you've ever seen.
We got to get through. We got to get through 16 more minutes. We got to figure out a way with this period as bad as it was. Hey, by the way, public service announcement for the Flyers. For those of you, because I know you guys are watching. You guys are always watching. You need to fix the board. You have the Pittsburgh Penguins players on the scoreboard under the Nashville Predators. Just let you know. Fix that for
look at Superfan.
Superfan is dressed.
Wow!
Come on over here.
Come here. This is great.
That's another Darth superfan. Dun, 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 dun. Superfan.
Look at you.
What do you got to say for yourself?
You're dressing up like the goalie?
I am your father.
I love it.
That looks good, Superfan. What do you think of that first period?
So.
You think Darth Vader will use the Force to try to get them to play better in the second?
Yeah.
Good. Well, we appreciate the outfit. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's great.
My shirt came.
What's that?
My shirt came.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got your Darth Vader shirt?
Yeah.
You got the shirt, but you didn't wear it tonight.
No, I always wear shirts.
Yeah, but you should have worn it tonight with the
I'm
mask.
wearing it for Thanksgiving, though.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
Okay.
Darth Vader shirt's available at shop.snowgoalie.com.
Make sure you put it up on social media so everybody sees it. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in a bit. Thanks, buddy. Happy Halloween to you.
So,
thank you.
Ant was pointing this out before, so we're going to throw over to it real quick. If you're thinking to yourself, like, what do you mean they had the Penguins up on the scoreboard? This is what Ant means. Hold on. What did I do? I have to get rid of that. There we go. There you go. So let me see if I can zoom. Can I zoom in here? No. All right. Technology. Anyway, if you can see, we got Sidney Crosby had a takeaway in that period. Also saw Chris Letang and
Justin Brazeau had one too,
and Evgeny Malkin. So
yeah. So anyway, I was just letting them know.
Maybe they thought that the Predators were dressing up as the Penguins. You don't know.
Well, they've kind of looked like the Penguins looked in the third period the other night. It was kind of a sleepy period for the Flyers, and they let a Nashville team who's not very good kind of control the play for much of that period. Vladar was good. I mean, he obviously doesn't let up a goal. But really, man, the Flyers, the whole period was spent, it seemed like, Bundy, in the Flyers' end. I know there was a power play for Nashville in there, but just Flyers didn't generate much of anything.
No, they didn't have a whole lot going that first period. And again, we talked about this being a trap game. It is a trap game. And the Flyers got lucky that they got out of the score 0-0. Nashville has a power play again to start the second period. They have some time remaining from the one where Bobby Brink had to drag down the defenseman to save a goal, essentially. But Nashville, the second 10 minutes of that game, really poured on a lot more shots. What are the shots on the game?
What, 11-3?
Was it 9-3?
It's 10-3. 10-3 shots on goal for Nashville. That would be unacceptable to Rick Tocchet in the way that this team has played, especially the second and third period of each of the last two games. My key tonight was having a good start tonight. One of them early, but it didn't materialize the way the Flyers would have liked it to have started.
So I want to take this away from the game before we go over to intern Andrew. Most notable thing that I guess has happened in the last day or so is that Martin Necas signed an extension taking him also out of the free agency class of 2026. There were a lot of people, I think, who were still hoping that there might be somebody with a pulse and some talent still available in the free agency hit in 2026. Are you guys surprised that he came off the market?
No, everybody's signing. Guys that have players, they're making the commitment to get these guys signed. They're not wasting any time. They're not letting them try to get to free agency market in the summer. No, they're getting their priority signed. Every team in the league is doing that. Can you name a guy? Like, think of the league right now that's up for a signing and it hasn't been signed yet.
Kempe, I think, LA is
Right.
the only one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll look real quick.
I'm pretty sure Kempe's is like the biggest name that's probably from a forward perspective anyway.
Let's see. Is Panarin?
Panarin, that's the other one. Panarin.
Panarin. Is Bob really a free agent?
Yes.
Okay. Ovechkin is technically.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys.
Look at the Villanova offensive line is here.
Yeah,
boy.
I love it.
Oh, hi. And look at they're hungry too. These guys.
Yeah.
They got some great masks on tonight.
It's awesome.
Did you guys dress up for Halloween?
That's what Russ said. Russ said they got masks on.
Yeah, masks.
I know what they want.
Yeah.
They want these bands. Hold on one sec. Let me take care of my son really quick.
Yeah.
All right, let's, with Bundy heading off to go take care of the Villanova line, let's go out to intern Andrew with his stat of the night. Intern Andrew, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Great.
So I had to pivot a little bit, and you mentioned that Trevor Zegras, first 6 home games of the season, that he's gotten at least 1 assist, which is the first time that had been done since G and Simmons did it, 16-17.
Gene Simmons?
G and Simmons did it.
I
heard
heard Gene Simmons.
So did I. I thought he was talking about Kiss.
A tongue just like Jalen Hurts.
No.
Let's go back to that tweet. When
He
we
didn't-
revisit that?
He doesn't play hockey.
How did that work out for you, Russ?
G and
Worked out
Simmons.
pretty well. 21 million impressions. I was actually talking about that the other night.
Yeah.
That was a good tweet.
All right. First to do it since 16-17. He's just the 4th player in Flyers history, however, to do that in his first season as a Flyer. The other 3 being Peter Forsberg,
Who?
Flyers draft pick,
Yeah.
Peter Zezel, and Brian Propp were the other 3.
All right.
Started off their Flyers tenure with 6 consecutive home games with an assist.
I'm actually
I won up to your stat.
I am pretty impressed with the fact that
His
intern,
mic's not on.
Forgot.
I'm impressed
Sorry.
that the intern went and found another really high quality stat that fast.
What was the stat tonight?
So you had said that Zegras 6 consecutive home games
Yes.
to the point.
Yeah.
He's the 4th player in Flyers history to do that in his first season as a Flyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the others were, did you get them?
Forsberg, Settle, and Brian Propp.
Okay.
Yeah. There's that.
Have we ruined your trivia question for the second period or no?
No, not yet.
All right,
I'm
good.
sure it'll come. But can I do a couple things from last night
From last night.
from Chickies and Pete's?
Oh,
There are
yeah.
a couple things that I do have to say. One was I got there and I sat down at the bar, and the guy next to me actually knew who I was. This was the first time I've ever been recognized out in the wild. And so his name was Joe, so shout out to Joe. Actually brought me a beer.
Yes.
So that was nice of him. The second guy that I was talking to at the end of the night, I bring this up, shout out to my guy Dennis was his name. Bundy, I took your guy's picture at the very end of the night, and then you signed his hockey cards. Remember this?
Yes.
So he wanted to ask you something, but he forgot, so I told him I would ask you on his behalf.
Okay.
2 of those 3 cards, you were actually wearing the number 40.
Yes.
So was that just a rookie year thing?
Dude, that's the freakiest thing that you said that, because Anthony asked me.
I just asked about
Me and Rick were talking, my friend who came to the game tonight, well, maybe AKA Billy from South Philly.
Yeah.
But he said, he goes, yeah, there's a rookie card of Bundy wearing number 40. And
He
Anthony
had
goes,
two.
really? And Anthony's like, really? Is there really one? And you just confirmed it. I know there's one.
You signed 2 of them last night.
2 of them, yeah.
So that was just your rookie season.
Just my rookie season. And I went to there was a lockout. I went to the minors for like 30 games, and I came back and my number 6 was hanging in my stall. I didn't pick 6. They gave it to me.
Okay.
And that's a first sign you get when you get a single digit number.
You made it.
You're pretty much you're on your track to making it.
But
Yeah.
let me just ask this question. I don't think I've ever asked you this. Since they gave you 6, what number would you have picked had they given you the opportunity to choose your own?
You know, it's funny. My dad wore 16,
Okay.
and so there's no way that was happening, right?
Right.
So yeah, but I wore 16, or I wore 33 before I even got number 6. So if I would have added, I wore 33 with the Canadian Olympic team because I love
3
Larry Bird.
So 3 plus 3.
3 plus 3 is 6. So I always said I just transformed from 33 to 6.
What number were you at Prop?
35
Okay.
for no reason at all. I'd have no idea why I wore that.
All right. Well, there you go, Dennis. There's your answer.
That's great.
Good work.
All right.
Good work.
Good job, intern.
By the way, the background music is loud as hell today.
I know. I gotta adjust Bundy's mic in between periods. We gotta do an audio thing there.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Brad Marsh is booing you.
Brad Marsh wants to drop the gloves tonight.
Brad Marsh and Jimmy Watson walking by.
Brad Marsh we did a great thing before the game tonight. I'll talk about just for a minute. They did the Every Child Deserves a Bike. And they're specially made, like they're physiotherapy bikes as well for like people who have disabilities. And I think they said it was like the 60th or some bike that they've given away. But the family was here. The little guy who got on his bike, he was riding it around the concourse. It's really, really, really cool to see that and some of the special things the Flyers alumni that we're able to do for the community and for others out there. So we had a little a meet and greet before with them. Jonesy, Danny were there, myself, Doug Crossman, Brad Marsh, the two Watson brothers. And it was really, really cool. They get very, very emotional because the look on these little kids' faces when they see a bike for the first time, an opportunity for their first bike, it's really cool.
That is awesome. Neat. That is awesome. See that?
I love that.
Always good things going on down here.
That's exactly right.
Have you guys seen any good Halloween costumes down here tonight?
I saw somebody wearing a banana and another person's wearing a carrot.
Is that like the fight? The characters? Oh, no, it was a broccoli and a carrot. What was that?
They just put Alf on the Jumbotron.
Alf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Bakula's here?
The broccoli and the carrot were
Scott
from
Bakula looks like Alf?
Daddy Daycare.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I don't see a whole lot of Halloween spirit out here.
Well, come see you in the second period, all right? In the suite.
Yeah. So,
see you guys.
So, Riddy's costume is Ben Stiller's character from Dodgeball.
He wasn't blonde.
Yeah.
He had I guess he had frosted tips.
Frosted
later in the
tips
movie.
and stuff. Yeah. What? Whiteman.
Joni loves Chachi.
Was it?
What?
Whit Whiteman? Was that
No.
the name?
Of who?
His character.
No, I don't know. That couldn't have been
White
his name.
Goodman. That's what it is.
No, Dwight. What?
White
Goodman?
as in the color.
White
White Goodman.
That was his name?
Yes.
I don't remember
I was
I
saying
remember the name of the coach.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see. Can you name the 5 Ds of dodgeball?
Yes.
Go ahead. In order. Come on.
It's dodge, dip,
Yeah.
dodge, dip, duck, dive, dodge.
That's correct.
Yes.
Do you remember what the ADAA stands for?
American Dodgeball Association of America.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding.
What did you say it was? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the American Dodgeball Association of America.
Yeah.
Necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine?
I hear they
No,
don't-
but I do it because it's sterile and I like the taste.
I
What
hear they
a
don't-
weird
I
character.
hear they don't play dodgeball anymore in schools.
They don't.
Yeah, it's a little.
They don't.
Whenever they played dodgeball, I was in it to win it.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, like it didn't matter if the girl was the piano playing girl that had no athletic ability, she was out.
So you went after right after. You went
Anyone
after.
that was close that didn't have a clue what they were doing, I went right straight for them. Now I want you guys to remember I was 7 or 8.
Teen, 7 or 18.
That's great.
And were you a dodgeball fan? Do you like playing the dodgeball?
So it was different. Like when we played dodgeball as kids, it wasn't as organized as it was in the movie. And then after the movie, if you remember, it became a little popular, kind of like as an activity. And there were like dodgeball leagues that were created, and it became a little bit more competitive. And we played for a little bit, like all the guys I played softball with or touch football with. We ended up creating a dodgeball team too. We did that for a little bit. But yeah, no. When we were in school, it wasn't quite as organized as that. It was just kind of like, you were in the gym. Everybody had one ball, and you were going and throwing it at somebody, and they would throw it back at you. It wasn't like 4 balls and blocks and catches and all that stuff like that didn't happen.
This is going to come as a surprise. You know how I used to play dodgeball? I'd hang out in the back.
Sure you would.
I did. I not because I was afraid. I would hide in the back
And wait for everyone to get eliminated.
And I was quick, and I would let everybody get eliminated, and then I'd be down to like 1-on-2 or 2-on-1, and sometimes if our team was up 3-1, you know what? You get to take the dub. They don't ask how.
It really is
they
one
ask
of the
how many.
One of the truly greatest games ever invented is
It is?
dodgeball. It is. Yeah. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some aggression to it. It's got some, you got to kind of hide.
Some
You gotta-
strategy?
Some strategy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and then you catch the ball, and that kicks one person out, brings somebody back into the game.
Love that.
Yeah?
Great. That is a
Yes, when you
yeah.
catch the ball, you can bring
Yeah.
somebody out. Yeah, it's just great stuff.
But unfortunately, you're not allowed to play it in schools anymore. It's too violent.
The schools have gone.
anti-dodgeball. They don't like the dodgeball.
They don't want to
I don't actually know what they play
And it was
now.
intramural.
It was.
I'm trying to think of what they play now. Kickball, I think, is still allowed.
Tiddlywinks?
Nah,
I'm just trying to think of safe things.
I'm pretty sure that kickball's allowed.
What's the pit they have in some
Gaga
schools?
pit.
Yeah.
The Gaga pit.
Yeah.
The what?
Gaga pit. It looks kind of like a hexagon or
I
something.
think it's an Israeli game, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure, but there's such a good line. I won't use it. I did just see a Mamdani ad in my feed. Do you think they'll allow? No, it doesn't matter. The Gaga Pit game is really, really interesting, except that gets more violent than dodgeball. Like, those kids, like, as they chase after the ball, like, you're getting slammed into, like, a half wall. So some schools have actually started getting rid of it. This is what happens. They try to make the schools safe by getting rid of dodgeball, and then they put them in, like, a little octagon, and they have them an MMA bout on their hands, you know? What are we doing here?
I don't understand it.
Now, Bundy, you were talking about aggression and about some talent, some speed. Let's talk about this game.
Yeah.
Nothing after one. Flyers had 3 shots on goal. Not ideal. Dan Vladar stopped all shots he faced. What do the Fly guys have to do in the second period?
Well, they need. You know what you can do when you're playing like this? You need to get a forecheck. Get the pucks in deep and get your butt onto that puck. Get on as defenseman, get a hit, let the second guy pick up the puck and go from there. But those are little things that you can control. You can't control necessarily certain things in a hockey game that are out of your control. The way the other team's playing, whatever. But you can control the way you play in this hockey game. They can be more physical. They can put more pucks to the net, and they can get on this defense a lot better than they have in the first period.
Okay. Video guy Amadeo just sent me something. I'm going to see if I could download this fast enough to show it to the people at home. This might be one of the most ridiculous things I have ever seen.
We got 0 seconds.
I'll
We
have
gotta
to
go.
pull it up in the second intermission. It is
All right.
absolutely wild. We'll be back second intermission here on Snow the Goalie on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Talk to each and every one of you very, very soon. here's the game I like to play. How many shots did the Flyers have that period?
8. They had
How
8.
many did the Predators have?
14.
So after 2 periods, the shots read 24-11. But the Philadelphia Flyers were more efficient with their shots in that period.
Correct.
Led by young Trevor Zegras, who had a goal, and then Jamie Drysdale. So a couple of former Ducks getting the job done. Boys, how are we feeling after 2 periods?
Not bad. I mean, happy with the lead. It was a 2-0 lead, and Nashville cut into it in the last 2 minutes of the period. But they got a lead, and they're going into the third with the lead. And usually the statistics dictate that you can usually come out the right way if you play the game period the right way. But they're getting outshot here. It does, like I said earlier, it feels like a trap game, and it probably is. But to the Flyers' credit, they mustered up to 2 goals. Nice play there by Mishkov to Drysdale at the side of the net, and he found some loose change and a leaky goalie in Saros at the time. So not an awful period, just not what we've seen, like with the energy we've seen in the last couple of games.
Yeah, it kind of ramped up a little bit. They got a couple of breakaways that they didn't score on. The first one was by Owen Tippett, try to go 5-hole, didn't work. The second was Mishkov, who had to go it was a backhand shot, right? Because he had to turn his body because the defenseman caught him from behind, so he kind of turned his body a little bit and took a backhand shot. But it seemed like those 2 opportunities was what kind of got the Flyers going in the right direction in the period, Bundy.
Yeah.
Because before that, I mean, there was a point they were being outshot. It was like 17-4.
Yeah.
It was ugly in the first half of the period.
Yeah.
And I think part of the first half of the period, though, ugliness, was adjusting to new lines. And the reason they had to adjust to new lines is because Sean Couturier did not come back out to join the team for the second period. Now, you guys may have seen, I don't know what they said on the broadcast, but you may have seen in the first period, he took a shot. It looked like it hit him in the arm. It's hard to tell from our angle because he's down the other end of the ice, and we don't get replays from where we're set up at. So we're going off of what we see. It looked like it hit him in the arm, and he was in some pain in that first period on the bench, and he did not come out for the second period. The Flyers, they sent, and I swear this is exactly. I want to read it because this is that we've gone from announcing what an injury is to going to upper body, lower body, to now this is the report: Couturier injury will not return tonight's game. Just injury is the wording we got. So.
Okay. Apparently, someone just said Cooch took a shot to the elbow.
It looked like it was on his arm. I couldn't say it was definitely on his. Again, the replays on TV may have shown something that we couldn't see from up here.
Right.
So it's possible. It just all I saw was the shot hit him in the arm somewhere, and he was in obvious pain when he came off the ice when it happened. So that's depending on what it is. That could be an injury that affects this team in some way, right?
Yeah, it's quite possible, and certainly Cooch being out. I mean, there's a parallel to the fact that he's been out of the game, and Nashville's had all those shots on goal.
Right. Yep. That's a good point.
Yep,
that's a good point because they were really trying to find some of the lines that they were putting out there, and I guess I know you're just trying to figure it out, right? You're trying to rotate the fourth line guys up into the top 9 to kind of mix and match. But some of those combinations, you're sitting there going, man, there is no defensive responsibility out there. Right?
Just want to get to at Venom Claus. Drysdale definitely playing with a lot of confidence. He's playing down low a lot. Bundy, when a defenseman that is that aggressive, is there talk on the bench of the forward is always going to stay high then. There's no talk on the bench. It's just a matter if that defenseman goes down, then somebody's got to assume his position on the point as a backup to him. So that just goes without saying. Defenseman goes down, that forward or winger, whoever it is, needs to go back him up at the point. But there's no conversation because you don't know if he's going to go in or down low that shift. Just when it happens, there has to be a guy that cycles back around to cover the point.
It's nice to see him do that, though.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
there's sometimes when you feel like that's the one thing that's a little bit missing in his game is that being a little bit aggressive and going into those places where he can score some goals. He's got the ability to do it.
Yep.
And he had seemed a little bit unsure in the past, so it's nice to see him go into those spots.
Yeah, he is. And you got it rewarded with a nice goal. He's played really well. He's moved the puck well this year, and it was nice to see him go down low there and find some some leakiness on Saros on that goal, so it was pretty good. Emil Andre's been good tonight. I didn't realize, at the beginning of the game with all the lineup changes, I wasn't even aware that he was in tonight, but he's played very well since the beginning of this hockey game.
I was going to ask you about him. Glad that we got a question there from the who was that?
Sat Beach Flyers fan.
Sat Beach Flyers fan. So I was glad that he asked. I know you watched the D, Bundy, so he's had a good game so far, right?
Yeah, he's played well. He's been fine, really moving the puck well. He's not turned it over. He's battled for loose pucks when it's been there. The Flyers in general tonight, I mean, they're not world-beating this game by any stretch. They have a 2-1 lead, but this has not been one of their better games of the season so far. But it doesn't matter. A 2-1 lead on the scoreboard, we'll take that anytime.
Yeah. So back to the Couturier thing real quick, and then we're going to get to trivia time.
Yeah.
The biggest kick to the gonads about the Couturier injury, like if it ends up being a longer kind of term thing, and we have no idea, right? Like if it was puck on bone, that could be bad, very bad. We don't know that for sure yet. The Flyers just sent Jetlachenko down. And I'm not saying that he would have played, as like the 1C on this team, but you could have probably done a little bit of shuffling and given him a few more games before he went down to Guelph. It's kind of a shame. Like that is a potential missed opportunity for the player and for the team to actually give him maybe even third line minutes, because we kept saying he really couldn't play fourth line. You don't want to see what he really looks like as a fourth line guy. Just it feels like unfortunate timing there.
I don't know. I mean, they may have kept him for a couple more games just to get a peek at it. But I think that they were pretty comfortable with the fact that he's not quite ready for prime time.
I heard he was named captain today, but I also heard he's getting traded. So
yes,
I don't know
it was
what.
A wild day.
I'm not really sure what to believe yet, but we'll find out. I mean, usually where there's some rumblings around him, I can't imagine the Flyers, if they can help facilitate a trade, even though they're not involved in that, but if they could make a suggestion to get him moved to another team, it'll be a lot better. And if it is Windsor, well, then he'll have Jack Nesbitt there with him.
There was an OHL rumor account that put something out this morning. I saw somebody from Broad Street Hockey put something out this morning about it looking like Lachenko was getting dealt. And then like 2 hours later, Guelph puts out on their official Twitter that he's been named co-captain. So,
again, if you want I really think that it will. The decision won't come until we know if Guelph is getting Memorial Cup next season.
Yeah,
which is due in November, so it's too soon. Like, I mean, it's not like it's tomorrow, but it's also not going to be a month either.
You can't get the Memorial Cup if your team is terrible, though.
Well, that's the point. That's
right.
That's what I'm trying to say
with Guelph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that they're one of the two finalists. It's them, and Kitchener.
Yeah, and
one of them's going to get it.
And if Guelph, but the thing is, the host team automatically makes the Memorial Cup,
which
is just kind of crazy. But
right, well, so you want to at least be competitive,
right,
against the three champions, right?
I have a note for you though. Jetlachenko has an assist tonight
that's
on
nice.
A second period goal. So there you go, right back in on it. I'm looking to see really quickly if Lachenko's taking a shot on net, because that's all I really care about from now until whenever he comes back. I'll come back around to that. Now I see he's got an assist. No, I don't think he does. Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. We will. All right, in the meantime, time to go to intern Andrew here on, what are they calling this? The Spooktacular Halloween
Spooktacular.
I'll tell you what, one guy whose trivia questions are sometimes scary, whose knowledge of hockey is sometimes frightening. Intern Andrew, how are you?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Are we playing him in?
Good, Andrew.
Oh. All right, ready? We have to make it spooky, though. All right, hold on. Let's take him down.
That was definitely frightening. Definitely frightening.
That was one of our best ones ever.
It was.
I think it was,
You're right about that, Bundy. Did you guys know that Peter Forsberg was drafted by the Flyers?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's groundbreaking news, right?
Groundbreaking. Wow.
So after the lockout in the 04-05 season, 14 years after he was drafted by the Flyers, Peter Forsberg signed here in Philly and actually did play for the Flyers for about a year and a half. Exactly 100 games, actually, as a Flyer. 106 if you count the playoffs. And in February of 2007, was traded to the Nashville Predators in exchange for 2 players and a first-round pick. However, later that offseason, the Predators reacquired that pick because they made yet another trade with the Flyers in which they traded 2 more players. So all in all, both directly and indirectly, the Predators sent over 4 players in exchange for Peter Forsberg.
I know 3 of them. I'm
Okay.
trying to remember the 4th.
Ryan
Parent, Scott Hartnell, Kimmo Timonen.
Yeah, all right. So, Bundy, how important are the first 5 minutes of the third period?
I'm just trying to remember who the 4th one is, though.
That wasn't.
Oh, I thought you said all 4.
No,
No.
we said 3. We said
Parent?
Ryan Parent, Hartnell, Kimmo Timonen.
Oh, okay. So
That
you
wasn't,
missing
that wasn't
one
the
more.
same off season where they got the rights to Dan Hamwee, right?
Dan Hamhoos?
No.
No, it's not Hamhoos.
You know who else came from there? Scotty Upshaw, too, didn't he?
Is
That
that
is
it?
correct.
That's Upshaw.
That's
Yeah, it was
the
a
player.
Nashville
it.
guy. Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that one. I'm surprised. I thought Ryan Parent would have been the hardest one of the 4.
Oh, no.
No.
He never actually played for the Predators.
Yeah, no, but he
played here.
he played for the actually played for. Did he play for the Phantoms in the? I'm trying to remember if he played in the finals for the Flyers in 2010.
Yeah, I think you're right about
But I think it was like 1 or 2 games. He was hurt. Why do I think
that. You know who his OHL team was?
Who's that?
It was the Guelph Storm.
who Ryan Parent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did play for the Phantoms. He played 15 games for the Phantoms in 08-09.
Yeah.
53 games for the Phantoms in 07-08.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
he,
then
he did play for the Flyers in the playoffs a few times.
yeah, 9-10. I think he was actually on the played in
9-10, he played 17 games in the playoffs.
and I think one of them was
and he had a goal.
I think one of them was in the Stanley Cup final, and then they stopped playing him. I remember correct.
He was a -2 for the playoffs that year. So there you go.
All right.
By the way, Weil and Ernst, bringing back Flex, the mascot. Flex, the original Flex, was a high school classmate of mine.
Really?
Yes.
Flex was a Phantoms mascot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he still exist in Lehigh Valley?
No, it's a different mascot there now. Flex was only in Philly. Do you remember those guys? at all?
This guy?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, Flex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the original Flex was my high school classmate, which is funny because the current Philly Fanatic also went to my high school.
Really?
So a lot of
You guys breed mascots there, huh?
How do you know who it is?
Like, how do you know who's the current Philly Fanatic? is?
Yeah.
It's well known actually.
Is it?
Yeah, Tom Burgoyne.
Wow.
Don't spoil the fun.
Yeah, that kind of ruins the.
the Philly
why does
fanatic,
that ruin-
the
everybody
Philly
knows.
fanatic is a fanatic. It's not a human. What's wrong
Everybody
with you?
knows Tom Burgoyne.
Anyway, here's Flex.
Yes.
For the folks at home.
Yes. The original Flex was a classmate of mine.
Did you really just try to ruin the mystique of the Philly fanatic?
I did not. They call him the Fanatic's best friend.
Next, you're going to try to tell me that Gritty's not a real Gritty.
He's not a real monster.
Gritty's been eating leftover tubular meat and broken glass from the renovations for years now.
Yeah.
Russ, what were you going to show us at the end of the first intermission that you forgot?
Oh
We
yeah,
ran out of
yeah.
time,
Good-
remember?
Bundy,
Oh, it was-
thanks for remembering.
Greg
that-
Mack. Thanks,
that-
Greg Mack.
That is legitimately fantastic memory out of you. I'm trying to figure out a way to share it. I'll have it here in a second. So it was video guy Amadeo's downstairs, and I guess he saw one of the most ridiculous things of the night because somebody was asking about, are there a lot of costumes downstairs? And this is maybe one of the weirdest things I've seen, and I don't even know what to make of it, and I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. Give me a second. I need to change the file extension so it'll appear on the show. But it's not a person wearing.
Is this
costume.
Is this costume related?
Yeah, but it's not the person. It's not an actual person in the costume, and I don't know how or why this happened. All right, here we go. Downloads. There it is. Is this it? Let me see.
I see Flex.
No, that's not it. Hold on. All right, continue with something else. I'll get it.
Thanks for doing this, Russ.
You guys have any plans for the weekend? Or?
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here all weekend, except for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's the only night we won't be here.
At least I don't have to bail on a game to go do trick-or-treating with my kids. You know?
That's true.
Yes, that was. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're able to do all 4 of these games. Well, actually, you're not. You missed Tuesday.
I missed Tuesday for work.
Yeah, and you left early last week.
I had the image, and the image won't show up, so I don't know what to tell you.
Can you just tell us?
No, because it's so ridiculous you wouldn't believe it. That's the problem.
Good luck getting out of here tonight. That traffic. That there's still traffic coming in for the football game, and they're in the third quarter. It's Norfolk State against
Delaware State.
Delaware State, which is Michael Vick against Deshaun Jackson, right?
Yep. And funny enough, and if you had to pick between the two, like I could see Mike Vick as more of a coach than Deshaun Jackson.
Right.
Mike Vick's team is 1-7.
Really?
Deshaun Jackson's team is 5-3 and a 20.5-point favorite coming into the game.
Is that right?
Yes.
So he coaches Delaware State, Deshaun Jackson?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Deshaun Jackson coaches Delaware State. So yeah, it's craziness down here tonight. I think that it's been a wild night for a lot of reasons. Russ is still trying over here.
10-6 at halftime, Delaware State.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Close game.
Hanging around.
Is it halftime now?
It's halftime right now, yeah.
Okay. So you know what our key is at the end of the game, right, Andrew?
Get the hell out of here.
Get out of here really quick.
Over.
Yes.
60-second post game.
Yeah, it'll be a quick post game tonight because the traffic is literally. I haven't seen it like this in years.
It was wild coming in here, like ridiculously so.
I haven't seen a shirt design quite as good as the Darth Vladar shirt. Somebody placed an order during the second period, so I'd encourage all of you to go over to shop.snowthegoalie.com. Go pick up your Darth Vladar
I
shirt.
believe there were 2 shirts.
Or
Right?
hoodie.
Two that were purchased.
Yeah. It was one person. They ordered 2 shirts.
Oh, one person ordered 2
Yeah.
shirts.
I wish somehow in that picture they could show more of the cape around his shoulders, like the Darth Vader cape.
Would have been good feedback to have before I finalized the design.
Well, you never asked me.
I did.
That's
I showed it to you.
You definitely
No, you
did.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I would have told you that looks
I
like
texted
garbage.
I texted it to you.
I would have said it looks like garbage. Where's the cape on the shoulders? It's like he's hanging off his ass. Look at it. Look at the cape starts at his rear end. It's not even over his shoulders.
It is over his shoulders. Your old ass eyes can't see it. Get those prescriptions checked there, Gramps. What are we doing?
I got my readers on. I can see fine.
Oh, so good. So good.
Thank you to Jason.
Wow.
Ordered one for me and my son.
Jason, what a stun. Jason, I hope you're not offended that the cape is appearing around Darth Vladar's keister, apparently. Did we just have a light break?
No, she just dropped the base of it. She didn't drop the actual light.
I was really hoping somebody was about to throw down up here. We're getting like Sandman coming in here, smashing the beer can off his head.
Dude, you know that he plays in the Delco softball league?
No way. The Sandman?
The
ECW Sandman?
My son's team played against him, and we couldn't believe it. He was like taking pictures with him and everything else.
Did he do the beer can thing before he goes up to the plate?
No.
You have to demand it next time.
Yeah.
Did he use the Singapore cane as a bat?
Yeah.
Puck's
Kendo
dropping.
stick.
Puck's
Kendo
dropping.
stick.
Yeah.
See you in a bit, gang.
Yep.
All right. See you post game. unrated pregame, intermission, and postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of the Atlantic Ocean. Bundissimo. This was an ugly one early.
No, this was not it was I'll take the win. You take the 2 points, you move on to the next game, and you toss this one out kind of, but the process wasn't great. They scored 4 goals. Nashville's a bad team.
Dan Vladar, first game in about a week.
He played great again.
Concerns, what is he going to look rusty? What was he going to look like? And also, in a game where Sean Couturier gets hit by a puck in the first period, doesn't play the rest of the way. Obviously, that is the biggest point of concern. I want to try to keep things hit some positives and then hit some, other stuff. Let's get the other stuff out of the way. Couturier's injury. We don't actually know where the puck hit him. The belief up here was that it might have been around the elbow. What's the best, I guess, outcome? They do an X-ray. It's negative. There's swelling. Maybe he's out for a few games. Maybe if it's just a swelling
From
thing.
what I'm hearing, and just in the second period, just the chatter around, it sounds like he might have got that in the funny bone.
Okay.
But that
could be a fracture.
But it could be a fracture. It could be chipped, like something like that. So, I mean, and again, when you get hit there and that's at 10, you know how it is. You can just touch it sometimes and you feel it. Imagine getting a puck off it, no matter how fast it's going.
Okay. So that's the only real negative to come out of tonight. Otherwise, it was a pretty positive game. It felt like around the second period is when things really started to pick up for the Flyers. They were still outshot in that period, but they ended up with a 2-1 lead. Zegras with a goal. Got to think that he's riding an all-time kind of confidence right now. He's been fantastic at home.
He's been just unbelievable, really, at home here. And again, he extended that streak tonight to seven games. Yeah, seven games
with a point.
With a point. He was he first star tonight? I believe he was, right?
Did not
doesn't
look.
know. Okay, didn't know. I know Vladar was one. I think he was the first star, I believe.
So he finishes the night with 2 goals. Of course, Jamie Drysdale had the other goal in the second period.
Yeah, he played well again, too.
Got to feel good for him. And then the last goal of the game was an empty netter by Travis Konechny. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yep.
You want to believe that if nothing else, that's maybe a little bit of a further confidence booster. I don't know. I don't actually know how much an empty net goal helps a guy, affects a guy mentally. But you try to carry this because this weekend, they've got back-to-back games. Saturday and Sunday, you've got the Maple Leafs coming to town on Saturday, and then Dan Vladar's former team, the Calgary Flames, are here on Sunday. Obviously, Vladar was in net tonight. We kind of expected it was going to go Vladar, then back to Sam Ersson on Saturday, then Vladar against his former team on Sunday. However, a groin injury, a tweak, as some are calling it, to Sam Ersson means that Alexei Kolosov has been called up. If it were up to you, right? Like you typically would want to play a Vladar against his former team, Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
But Kolosov is played well this season, has like a 9-15, 9-16 save percentage. Goals against looks okay in Lehigh Valley. You don't exactly want to bring him up, have him play against Toronto, which could end up crushing that early season confidence. What would
I got
you
news
go?
for you. They're going Kolosov Saturday.
You think so?
I mean, they're going to want to play Vladar against Calgary. Take care, guys. Thanks.
Does wanting to play him against his former team, though, outweigh saying, all right, Vladar gives us our best chance against a still very talented Toronto team, and then you say, all right, Kolosov might find more success against Calgary on Sunday? Or does the former teamness of it all kind of outweigh that in deciding to have Vladar go Sunday?
I think he'll want to play against Calgary, and if he, I mean, you have to want to play against your former team. Every guy does. If you get traded or you get picked up as a free agent, you want to play against your former team. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get the game Sunday night. And I mean, if Rick Tocchet decides to go back-to-back with him, 3 and 4, I think that would be kind of crazy, and I don't think Rick's going to do that. So I think it's Kolosov Saturday and Vladar on Sunday, just because of the very difficult schedule that the Flyers have.
Ooh, this is actually not that one. But bring that back up. We're going to have our education moment of the night. Tony Louie. Compliment with an I, as they say nice things to each other. Compliment with an E, is they play well off each other. Their games are complementary. They work together well. But Tony Louie is actually somebody I wanted to shout out, Bundy. Because Tony Louie, today, celebrates 10 years of sobriety. Sent us a message earlier. So good to Tony Louie.
Great stuff, Tony.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Well done, my friend, yeah.
Okay. I want to go to another comment that I think came up a little bit before that, and it was Venom Claws, Bundy. says, I have a question for you. In your time as a Flyer, what former teammate reminds you of Trevor Zegras?
That's a good question, and probably one I need a little time to think of. But the one that jumps out at me immediately in a small sample size is Adam Oates.
Really?
Yeah, Adam Oates was a really good disher of the puck. Didn't shoot as much as he probably should have. Good night,
There's
Mike.
the Phantom
Take
of the
care.
Opera himself.
Happy Halloween.
Right
Nice
there.
Darth Vader suit tonight, buddy. I love it.
Nice.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Mike, the organ singer, was Darth Vader tonight too, so he really good stuff.
He's bought into Mr. Vladar.
Yeah, Adam Oates. Adam Oates was a really good puck passer. Like, the guy really was open to finding open guys on the ice, and that's kind of just in a small sample size. That's who immediately the name that came into my head was Oates.
Philly fan 7181 says, injured hammy for Sammy, back again. Ayerson ER in capital letters. We won't laugh at that, though.
It's not a
Intern will, because he's unprofessional.
Is it a hamstring or a groin?
It's a groin.
It's a groin.
We're not going to laugh at it. Intern will, because he's unprofessional. Sam Erson's a good dude. I feel really, truly, honestly bad for him that once again he had an opportunity, and it just, the health thing is scary. When you have
someone's trying to compare Jeremy Roenick to Trevor Zegras. Landros too. Is that what you're saying, that he reminds you of Roenick?
I think that's the question there. I don't see it.
I absolutely completely disagree with that if that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't.
Roenick was a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
He played
Zegras
like he
isn't
would
that.
just run guys through the board. Zegras is not that guy.
No. Let's see. Greg Bondarenko asks a good one. What was it like playing against the Flyers after being with them for so long? That idea of playing your former team.
Yeah, I mean, my story was I got traded. My first game was against the Flyers with Dallas.
So
Two nights later, I was like,
yeah, you didn't really have an adjustment period there.
True story. I almost went and checked the Dallas player in the game.
Really?
With the Dallas uniform on. Yeah, it was defenseman in the corner. I was in front of the net. It was my defense partner at the time. It was Don Sweeney. And I wanted to go run him. I was like, just think of playing like 11 or 12 years and 11 years at that time. And I was like sitting there and I'm like, this is like foreign territory to me. I couldn't believe what was going on.
That's crazy. But it makes sense. I mean, you didn't have an adjustment period.
No, I just saw a guy in the other uniform and I wanted to go hit him.
Let's see. Mishkov tonight. I think Mishkov's always going to be a guy that we have an eye on. He had the helper on the first Zegras goal. They seem to be building something there together. They played well together in the preseason. Obviously, the biggest concern if you play Zegras and Mishkov together is not a very defensive-minded duo out there.
You're talking about Michkov and Zegras?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some nice chemistry. Dvorak's got some good chemistry going with Zegras. Everybody's got chemistry with Zegras right now.
Yeah.
Everybody. He's just playing so well. He's feeding everybody. He's shooting the puck, which I know they've talked to him about getting more shots off, and he's done that. He scored 2 goals tonight, just electing to shoot the puck instead of trying to make another play with it.
Let me actually ask you about that real quick. So Zegras was a guy who, when he came into the league, there was a ton of hope about the playmaking ability, the top end. Could he eventually be a 1C in the NHL? Question when he was with Anaheim. And then it felt like over time, they sort of lost confidence in him. Maybe he lost a little bit of confidence in himself. They started kind of experimenting with him on the wing. He wants to be a center, all that kind of stuff. He gets that change of scenery, and it looks like he is a significantly more confident player now. What goes into that? Like, what's the thing that can flip a switch for a guy in making that change?
Having a guy believe in you, having a coach that believes in you, that talks to you, that can, that has trust in you as a player, and that goes a long way. When your coach likes you, when you're doing the right things, and he's talking to you in a positive manner all the time, that goes such a long way with a guy that's trying to kind of turn the page and move forward with his career.
Last thing I wanted to get to, we tried to show this during the show, and I couldn't make it work, but I think we're good to show it now. So Video Guy Amadeo sent a picture earlier, and I said, I don't know how to describe this, so I'd have to show it post-game. There's somebody who brought a stuffed chicken to the game.
Really?
And put a Travis Konechny jersey on the chicken. That's what that is. Your thoughts on a stuffed animal wearing a Flyers jersey to the Halloween spooktacular?
Well, I think it's Halloween, and people do really goofy and crazy things with Halloween costumes and the setting they're in. So you can do anything. You could put a uniform on anything if you want.
Is this person calling Konechny a chicken?
No, I think he's just got a chicken outfit on and he's got his jersey on.
Okay. Would you put a jersey on a chicken?
I don't think so.
Do you think you could catch a chicken?
I don't
Like
think
if,
I'll
if we
ever-
put you like in one of those
In like
little
a
fence
little-
enclosures.
Yeah.
We said, Bundy, you have to go chase down a chicken.
You catch that chicken, you can do anything. You like grease lightning.
So tonight,
Thanks to Billy from South Philly pulled us out of that one.
so not only have we had that, we had dodgeball. We learned that intern Andrew hasn't watched dodgeball in his life. That seems problematic. I know. Billy, can you believe it? Can't believe it. All right. Bundy, anything else you wanted to get
No.
to? We're back down here Saturday and Sunday here on the Press Row Show.
Yeah, we're back here for 2 more games. Saturday night, 7 o'clock against Toronto. Sunday night, 7 o'clock against Calgary. I was trying to see
And then
if
we're
Calgary,
away. And then we're
anybody
away
know
for
if
like
Calgary
6 days.
beat Ottawa tonight? We're trying to get the score off the scoreboard here. Looking earlier.
Oh, look, hold on. As of right now, it's tied.
Is
In
it tied?
It's in
It's
overtime.
in overtime. Okay, yeah. They
Ottawa
Calgary had a 3-2 lead there.
Yeah, and Ottawa tied it up.
Okay.
So 2 things. We're back on Saturday and Sunday, as Bundy said. They're both 7 o'clock games, so 6:30 start of the Press Row Show. And then on Wednesday of next week, we are at Chickies and Pete's in Glassboro for Snow Goalie Radio. So between now and next Wednesday, mark that on your calendar or something. If you're in the Glassboro, New Jersey area, or you just want to go have a fun night talking some puck at Chickies and Pete's, down at some crab fries, you can come find us with Snow the Goalie Radio. Intern Andrew, real quick before we head out. Anything stand out to you tonight that you wanted to get to?
Yes. I think that like a huge staple for a long time in this building was Lou Nolan doing the Pico power play announcement.
Yeah.
It's 4 home games in a row now. The Flyers have converted on the power play. So it's good that like finally means something
Good stuff,
again. It's
Andrew,
been forever since we actually were like confident with this power
Yeah.
play.
Power play was it 1 for 1? 1 for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So four home games in a row. They've gotten at least one.
It does sound like Lou Nolan's brought a little bit more chutzpah back to the power play.
Well, they're firing it up finally.
Well, because he doesn't have to say, and now Flyers are going on the Rocky Thompson Horror Show.
Exactly, yeah.
Makes a difference.
All right, good. Now let's beat the traffic.
All right, let's go.
Mike Vick versus
night,
Deshaun Jackson across the street. All right. We'll talk to all of you Saturday here on the Press Row Show. Have a great night, everybody.